Welcome to Breaking Down the Bars, where I break down the poetry tools that I use to build the bars in my poems. That was alliteration. Whenever I teach spoken word poetry workshops, I always equip my participants with the performance and literary tools that they'll need to create their own poems. So let's collect some poetry tools for your poetry toolbox. Today we're breaking down the bars in SoHa from my play, Renaissance in the Belly of a Killer Whale, which is an Adelco Award-winning spoken word-infused play that I wrote with 3 of my friends about gentrification in Harlem.
Calling it SoHa is a big faux pas. You must be crazy, lady, spitting all that gaga, baby. It's Spanish Harlem, not Spaha, where young girls with chancletas and abuelas shout, "Wepa!" By calling it SoHa or Spaha, you aim to make people forget that they once thought if they came to Harlem, they would hear blacka, get shot like ha. I shot you because I'm black and that's what we do.
Whereas alliteration is the repetition of the initial consonant sounds, assonance is the repetition of the vowel sounds found within 2 or more words in close proximity to one another. So here in these bars, you have the repetition of the O sounds in SoHa and faux pas, but then you also have the repetition of the ah sound in SoHa and faux pas. So assonance really helps to contribute to the musicality, the rhythm of your piece. It would be asinine to not use assonance in your poetry pieces. That was both assonance and alliteration. Here we have another example of, say it with me, y'all, allusion. I promise you I am not doing it on purpose, but every time I come up on here to do Breaking Down the Bars, somehow allusion is in the example. It just is. I clearly love allusion. So allusion is a brief reference to a person, place, thing, event, or other literary work with which the listener is presumably familiar. So here, I'm assuming that you are familiar with Lady Gaga, and I am also saying that the person who's calling Harlem SoHa is spitting that Gaga, which also means nonsense or babble. Speaking of Gaga, this brings me to my favorite tool, wordplay. I know it may seem like it's illusion, but it is actually wordplay. I love wordplay. Okay, so with Gaga, we see that Gaga is being used as a triple entendre. So this means that it's a word that has multiple meanings, 3 meanings. So we're saying Gaga as in Lady Gaga. We're saying Gaga as in nonsense babble. And we're also saying Gaga as in goo goo gaga, the sounds that a baby makes. Which brings me to the double entendre of baby. So baby is being used as a reference to a baby, the goo goo gaga, but also it's being used as a cultural term, a form of endearment. Like when you say, baby, I don't know what you talking about. That's what I'm using there. And that is an example of colloquialism. This is an example of a poetry tool that I think is really fun. It's fun to say, it's fun to use, it's fun to do, and that is onomatopoeia. Now, onomatopoeia is a word that sounds like what it refers to or describes. So here we have blaka, which is the sound that a gun would make. Blaka, blaka. And then we also have ha-ha, which describes the sound of laughter. Thanks for joining me for Breaking Down the Bars. Were there any poetry tools that you noticed that I didn't break down? Do you have any questions? Definitely leave it in the comments. And if you are interested in booking me to lead a poetry workshop in person or virtually, definitely make sure you reach out to me via the contact page on my website. Thank you for watching and be sure to like and subscribe.